Welcome to City Week, ladies and gentlemen. Today I have the pleasure of being joined by one of our local council members that you all have grown to know, and I've known for quite some time.
Long time.
I'm being joined today by Mr. Quay Boddie. Quay, welcome to the show.
Yes, sir. Welcome. It's always an honor and a pleasure to come on the show and to just, do more of City Week.
That's right, and relax, right?
Yes, sir.
Relax a little bit, because I like for people to come on and be relaxed, because we want to talk about things that are important to our community, things that are happening in and around our community, and things that people can get involved with, and that's what you're going to be talking about here momentarily. Quay, we were talking before we came on the show, and you've been on council now 2 years, seems like almost 7 years.
Yes, sir. Had to grow up really fast. A lot of things have transpired in this short 2.5 years thus far, but I wouldn't trade it for the world.
Yeah, it's when you're on the inside looking out, it's different isn't it, from being on the outside looking in.
Some of the things that take place within the boardrooms or in the council chambers, you would say that's only on TV, and then you get inside the boardrooms and the council chambers, it's like, oh, that's real life.
That's for real.
Yes, sir. So you just have to learn how to navigate it.
And you talked about having to learn and grow up fast. What's one of the things that you have really, I guess, had to wrap your arms around and just really truly embrace it as being a council member, you think?
Well, I would say that everybody doesn't have the same mindset or the views that you may have. And so learning to agree to disagree in a lot of cases or a lot of different situations, and being okay with that. You're not always going to agree with your fellow council member. You're not always going to agree with maybe some people in the community on certain views, but you still have to love them anyway, and you still have to have a working relationship with those people. So I think that's one of the biggest lessons that I've learned in my time or my tenure.
Wow, to learn to agree to disagree.
Yeah, we can. Absolutely. I can love you. We can. You can like basketball. I can like baseball. Whatever the case may be. Yeah. That's fine. I still love you in spite of you liking something that I may not like.
Absolutely. You come on, Quay, and you really had a number of initiatives that you presented to the council members, and all of them rallied behind those things. The resource center. I won't start naming it because it's a collaboration of all, the resource center. And then recently you came out with the smart streets, smart communities signs. Talk a little bit about that if you don't mind.
Safe street zones.
Safe street zones. Thank you.
No, you're fine. You're fine. So, as you know, you being from Troup County and all of the Troup County residents or City of LaGrange residents who may be listening, we have a lot of senseless crime that goes on within our streets. And so I started brainstorming. God started dealing with me in regards to some ways that we can help combat, because we know that this is not a fix-all situation. He started working with me, and I started thinking about different ways to combat some of the things we're dealing with within the city. And I said, okay, I'm an encourager. Let's put out some encouraging words, because sometimes people need a redirection or something that can deter them from making bad choices. Let's put up some encouraging words from the city of LaGrange, because this is bigger than Quay. This is a City of LaGrange effort. It's all inclusive. We're putting up these encouraging words. We're also going to put the QR code to our TroupCountyResources.com. A lot of times when people commit crimes or they do something bad is because they have lack of. Let's give you these resources. Let's give you something encouraging, and pray to God that you can go on about your life and live to see another day without making bad choices.
Yeah, and we had the unveiling of the first one over on Daniel Street there a few weeks ago.
More to come.
Absolutely.
More to come.
We look forward more to come too. Talking about you being an encourager, we're here today to talk about a gentleman in his absence that was definitely an encourager, one that loved everybody, would pray for you, various things of that nature. And we're here to talk a little bit about the second annual ride for Dr. Willie T. Edmondson. Talk a little bit about that.
Yes, sir. So when I had a chance to be interim mayor in his unexpected and demise, that hurt beyond borders of so many different people. It definitely hurt me. I grew up watching Dr. Edmondson as a young child, actually living right around the corner from him. And he was a pioneer. He was a giant in the community. And when I was interim mayor, I said, if I don't do anything else within this 3 months, I will do something or start doing some initiatives to honor his legacy. We know that he loved students. We know that he loved cars. And so it was a no-brainer after that. Hey, let's start a car show or an initiative to help continue to support his legacy and also support the students within Troup County school system.
Yeah, and that's what it's all about. So the second annual ride for Dr. Willie T. Edmondson is going to be taking place on April the 12th.
Yes, sir.
Talk about the staging and where it's going to take place and who can get involved.
Yes, sir. Anybody can get involved. It's all are welcome.
Okay.
You can have a hot rod, a jalopy. It don't matter what you have. You can have no car. We want everybody to come out. Once again, this is for a great cause. This is for the students of the Troup County school system. Scholarships are provided towards the end of the school year for those high school seniors. It will take place at the LaGrange movie theater parking lot. To give you some geographics on it or some locations, you can see this parking lot from the health department. You can see this parking lot from Wild Leap. You can see this parking lot from Nutwood, or you can see this parking lot from what used to be Lloyd's Office Supplies.
That's right.
Yes, sir. So that'll be the location for that. And we think it's a perfect spot.
All right. We call it Lower Main sometimes. We refer to Lower Main.
Yeah, that's another.
Lower Main Street.
Yes, sir.
And talking about the cars, vintage cars, you said jalopy, anything. Is there anything that you all won't accept in the car show?
Hey, well, it's a $25 fee.
Okay.
So if you pay your $25, and once again, all those funds go to the scholarship for Dr. Edmondson and the students. So it doesn't matter if you pay your cars. As long as we got space for you, hey, come on in, enjoy the show, and thank you for your contribution to a great cause.
Absolutely. And again, that's going to be April the 12th and down at Lower Main Street. Come on out. And then not only will you guys have the cars there to be, viewed by the public and stuff like that, because it is free to the public.
Free to the public.
Okay.
The only fee would be if you were to enter your car into the car show itself.
Okay. All right. So there the cars will be to be viewed by the public and everything. And then after a certain amount of time, I think you all are going to take a vintage ride, correct?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Something that I thought would be very sentimental and heartfelt. Put the icing on the cake, as they say. Why not go to his childhood home, Dr. Edmondson, that is, and let's pay homage to not only him, but also his roots, his upbringing. And so the car show itself will be from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m.
Okay.
And then around 1:30-ish, anybody who wants to participate in this ride will have a police escort. It'll be City of LaGrange and also Troup County Sheriff's Office who will collaborate in that effort to escort us from the movie theater parking lot, which is where the show will be held, all the way to Antioch and back around onto Roanoke Road.
Oh, wow.
So that'll be the route. It's about a 40-minute ride, give or take. So, but it allows you to, once again, have a moment of silence, remember the giant or the legacy behind this whole thing, and also see the beautiful countryside of Troup County.
Oh, yeah. And, I've heard Antioch a number of years, and I don't know that I've ever been to Antioch.
It's in the middle of nowhere. If you don't know where you're going and you ain't got a cell phone, you might be in some trouble, for sure.
And you said there'll be an escort that will lead the cars out.
Yes, sir.
And then to come back in. So, and I understand last year y'all got kind of a little separated.
Yeah, I think that some of us were kind of going a little faster than we should have been. But we pray and hope this year that we can slow it down and guide everybody and not lose anybody this year. So, hey, first of its kind, not first annual, the second annual now. But first of its kind. So, you're going to have hiccups and things that you can get better on in the coming years.
That's right. Absolutely. So the second annual ride for Willie T. And you talk about the students and the love that he had for the students, and I know that he had the youth council that comes, and they have their own mayor and various things of that nature. And I know there have been a number of students from that group that have received. Talk about them receiving that, how it makes them feel, you think?
I mean, once again, the students that receive the scholarship, I do believe they had a chance to meet Dr. Edmondson. And like you said, there's nothing like seeing him in action and seeing him not only say what he is passionate about, but him actually doing it. So I know that it's an honor and a pleasure for them to have had some time with him and also receive something in his honor. I mean, I can only imagine. me with my whole story, my whole testimony of some things that's transpired between me and him, mind blowing. And so I can only imagine how they feel, knowing that this was his passion and they were a part of his passion and his legacy.
Absolutely. Yeah, if there's someone that's watching Quay and they may not necessarily get an opportunity to come out to the car show, but they wanted to contribute because it is for a good cause, for scholarship money for students within our Troup County school system.
Right.
How can they do that?
Right. Well, there's a QR code that is on the flyer. If you guys see these flyers around town, you can scan that QR code. Also, you can email me as well. That's Quay Boddie at LaGrangeGA.org. In regards to finding out how you can support this event, because it may not be money, it may be water, it may be something that can help make the day of the show as best as it can be. Okay. So yes, sir.
All right. So you just mentioned about various things, and I do see here there's going to be some raffles going on there.
Raffles going on. We'll have some music pumping. We have a really nice playlist. Thanks to our marketing and communications department. So you got old Philip and Olivia and Katie, and we can't forget Adam, and a host of other people who make that day amazing as they do with everything else that we do within the city.
Absolutely. And we just want to say thank you for continuing to keep the dream alive, keep the hope alive, and also pouring into the young lives of individuals right here in our community who know one day they may come back here to our community to serve. Much like yourself. You went off and came back.
I did.
And now look at what you're doing to impact our community.
Yes, sir.
So we say thank you for what you're doing, and definitely we just want people to remember the second annual Ride for Willie T. Edmondson Car Show that will be on April the 12th, excuse me, at 210 Main Street. We give the address, and then we always call it Lower Main, 210 Main Street, 210 Main Street. So, Quay, thank you so much for being my guest today and continuing to do wonderful things in our community. And I know that you just continue to do even greater things, and we look forward to it.
Absolutely. Appreciate you for having me on, and y'all come out.
All right.
All right.
Very much so. Thank you so much,
sir.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned for more City Week coming up in just a moment.
Hey, everybody. Quay Boddie here, District 2 City Councilman for the City of LaGrange, and I'm here in the movie theater parking lot, downtown LaGrange, for the second annual Ride for Mayor Willie T and Car Show. We'll be here Saturday, April 12th from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And then we'll take off in a ride to Antioch, Georgia, which is the childhood home of Dr. Willie T. Edmondson. The whole purpose of the car show and ride is to raise funds for the students within the Troup County school system. Hope to see you there.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining City Week this week. My guests have been City Councilman Quay Boddie as he talked about the second annual Ride for Willie T car show that will be taking place at 210 Main Street in downtown LaGrange. The car show will be starting at 10 a.m. and then you have the memorial ride that will start at 1:30 out to Antioch. So ladies and gentlemen, if you have a vintage car that you want to enter in, by all means you can do so for $25, and this is open to the public. Come on out and take a look at the cars and just give to a great cause. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you've enjoyed this interview, and as always, I want to invite you back for more of City Week.